It's made out of wood. Yeah, see, there's where they cut it like that, where it bends. $3. That's cheap, isn't it?
You sure that ain't real?
Yeah, here. You better go get you one before they get going.
I want to get me one of these snakes.
How long have you been spinning, Susan?
I know.
I took a spinning class in 1990
Oh, yeah.
in Denver, Colorado, and I've been spinning ever since.
Wow.
They gotta be careful.
I'm spinning right now a
I won't let
fiber
'em play with it.
llama that's from some llamas that a friend of mine raises in Virginia.
Hey, there. How you doing?
It's fine.
Has the spinning wheel changed very much, do you know, over the years?
There's a lot of different kinds of spinning wheels, and some are meant for spinning wool, and some are meant for spinning flax. This is a traditional wool wheel, and it comes from New Zealand. And I would say over the years, spinning wheels probably have changed somewhat, and yet some have remained the same.
It seems very soothing.
It is. It's a very, very peaceful thing to do.
And the finished product of what you're doing is yarn, correct? Or
It
string?
is yarn. I have some yarn here, if that
Yes.
fits in. This is mohair, and it comes from the Angora goat. I don't know if you can get this, but this is the Angora
Absolutely.
goat. I have 4, and that yarn comes right off of them.
So you raise your own goats?
I have 4. I haven't bred them or anything, and they're getting older now. So, but I do shear them myself, and I do dye the wool, and I do spin it from time to time. And I also have raised rabbits, and this is from red satin Angora.
Oh my
rabbits.
goodness, I have to touch that.
Sure.
Oh,
It's
that's so soft.
hand spun and very warm and very durable. Feel like a rabbit. You want to feel? And somewhere, of course, in this mess, I probably have a picture of the rabbits, but I don't know where.
Do you live locally?
Roaring River.
Roaring River.
Moved here from Denver, Colorado 8 years ago, and we love it.
It's much different from Denver.
Yes, it is. Much milder. Nice, mild temperatures. This is some alpaca that I did not spin, but I did the crocheting. Crocheted flowers, and the alpaca is growing locally in, I always get Low Gap and Deep Gap mixed up. This is Low Gap, North Carolina. From
That is
some
beautiful.
people I do knitting and crocheting for. And here's what the product looks like before I start spinning it. This is roving, and it comes back from the mill. My friend with the llamas sends her llama fiber to a mill in Vermont, I think, and it comes back white actually, and I did the dyeing.
So you dye before you spin.
You can dye either way. You can dye before you spin, or you can dye your yarn afterwards.
And what material is this again?
This is llama and merino sheep. It's
very
about
pretty.
50-50, I think.
Very soft.
It's very nice. Here's what the mohair looks like before it's spun. Just little curls. That got a little bit of dye, but not too much.
It's amazing what a difference spinning makes.
Yeah, it is, and it's too bad. You can keep the curls in, but it's a little bit hard.
Well, thank you very much, Susan. This has been great.
You're very welcome.
I hope to see you again next year.
Well, I hope to.
I've got an old one that I bought. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it. It's 2-story. It's in inside of Yadkin County, almost at the. Well, it's Iredell County, almost at the Yadkin County line. And when I bought it, I thought I had it figured out. My figuring out went down the tube. Now I got.
can zoom in.
How do you think that's your name? Smith. Where do you think your name Smith came from? Just, you boys see my snake? Both of y'all see the snake?
Yeah, that's cool.
You see the snake he made out of a file? I'll show you this right here. This is a rod that we've made up here.
Well, I saw someone do woodwork and it kind of looked like that. It had curvy lines going down.
Yeah, but they couldn't do what we done. How'd you twist it? We twisted this metal. Look at it. All of those are twists. That's what I'm talking about. Every
I have
one.
this
But look at the
hook.
different ones.
I also had this hook
All of them are different.
I got for my birthday hook and this candle made out of metal. The hook was twisted like
Every one of them's a separate twist. Every one's a separate twist, but if look at that right there. And I've got a couple more things I'll show you right here.
Did you see the artwork? Huh? Did you see the artwork? You see the other guy? Huh? Oh, no, I hadn't gotten that far yet.
There's a door handle, door pull.
Yeah.
See, that's just, now, if you'll see that,
it
That's
had
made.
been made not too long ago.
that's made out of that right there. That's exactly, this is what that started.
This was made out not too long ago, wasn't it?
Now, I made that about 10 years ago.
It's made out of that flat piece.
That's
Why
made
does
out of
it
that
feel so
same,
warm?
it's laying out there in the sun. That's made, it's made out there in the sun. Hello, friend.
Yeah, right.
No way. You see this right here? Did you see the cross?
Oh,
Did
that
you
is
see the
cool.
cross?
See, it's a cross.
That come out of this piece of metal.
So that just came out.
It was split, it
Yeah.
was split and turned backwards. This was the end of the metal right here.
Yeah.
Turned backwards and then turned the wrong side out. That's how it did. And it never, you see, it was one piece of metal.
Andy,
Yes, sir.
about 15 minutes.
15 minutes, I'll be up there.
Okay.
Don't run everybody off now.
No, we'll try not to.
Right.
Everybody goes there when the play starts.
Now right there, that's one piece of metal. So that was what stuff was made out of, like a hoe and get your
This is,
potatoes out.
I can't remember what it is. It reminds me of a mining tool.
It's called a tater fork.
Looks like a
That's what they used
Something makes it-
way back when. See my snake jar?
Yeah, you did last year, didn't you?
I've had that old snake 3 or 4 years. He's getting old.
You can't fool me.
Huh?
You can't fool me.
No, I just didn't know if you'd seen it or not. This is going to be a fork. And this I started on 10 o'clock this morning.
A table
They said there
fork?
wouldn't
Or?
be many fat boys if they took everybody's long to make forks. You'd have to eat it with a stick or something.
Actually, they'll just eat it with a knife.
Yeah, you could do that.
How did you learn to cook this way, Mary?
I started taking a cooking class at the Atlanta Historical Society about 15 years ago. Well, really, it's more like 20 years ago. And I loved it. So after I did the class and moved back to North Carolina. I started working at Latta Plantation, doing cooking demonstrations there, and I've been doing them ever since.
What are you making today?
Today we're making cornbread and black-eyed peas. We're making collard greens, fatback, and we have some apples, dried apples that we're going to stew.
Very good.
The kinds of food that I think would be appropriate for this time of the year in the back country. There wasn't very much coming in out of the garden. Maybe some greens, some wild greens, possibly some wild strawberries, anything that had been dried from the fall, the previous fall, salt meat, or any smoked meat, and the Boones probably would have had fresh meat all the time, or fish, but we're just using fatback today.
Just testing my light. You're using fatback today.
Yes.
I think you succeeded in getting that fire going.
Yeah. It's better than it's been all day long.
So everything they cooked was over the open flame like that, even the cornbread.
The cornbread we cooked in a Dutch oven today, but I didn't cover it. I just used it like a skillet, like a frying pan.
But they would have covered it with coals in order to bake the bread.
Not necessarily. You can do it both ways.
Okay. Very good.
Yep, sure does. Sure does not.
Well, thank you very much, Mary. I appreciate your time.
Are you gonna be on my rock?
What is flint knapping?
It's just the process of making stone tools, not necessarily arrowheads or knife blades, but just anything. Now is just putting an edge around this. I'll give it like a little egg shape almost, and it'll become a preform.
What do you think it will turn into?
It'll be a small knife blade or a spear point.
What are you using to hit it with?
This is a moose antler. It's the base of a moose antler where it was attached to the head, and this is where it would palmate.
Okay.
And as a prehistoric tool, that's what they'd used. And then another thing that they'd used is different size hammerstones, river stones. And then I'll grind the edge so it's a little bit dull and it's strong instead of real thin and razor sharp. And that'll strengthen up the edge, turn it into a platform. And that's where I'll strike from and knock off larger flakes, which will also make arrowheads and small tools. And then that'll start thinning and shaping this trigger.
Hey, man, what you doing? Hey, Greg.
Yeah, it's good that art won't be lost, is it? Look how thin and sharp.
That right there has made it a lot thinner. A little bit more even surface on this side than, it's taking the hump out. Now I'll go and I'll trim this edge, and that'll fix up my symmetry. And then I'll do the same exact side
to this face, just like I did on this first one. And you just keep repeating the process until it gets to the right width and thickness and the shape and profile that you want.
How did you learn how to do this?
I had a guy show me that lives in Alexis, North Carolina. And I just kept going with it and everything. And sort of got where I am now with it.
And you said your name was Matt Miner.
Yeah. I go by Vincent, but my friends call me Matt.
Okay.
Now I got my edge all straightened up. I take this a braiding stone. This is just a piece of a great big grinding wheel. Same thing prehistorically, before they had these, you know, you could just use a flat side of a rock right there and grind the edge the same way. This wears out real quick. It takes a long time to grind. And this carburetor wheel just works a little bit quicker, so it saves me a good little bit of time. And all that does right there is it just strengthens the edge so that it'll take